Over 60? Let me ask you a simple but powerful question. Do you know what's really happening inside your body every time you sit down to eat? Now, I don't mean whether you're choosing a light meal or a heavy one, or whether you're eating too late at night. I mean something far deeper. Something most seniors are never told. The truth is this: there are everyday foods on your plate, foods you probably trust, foods you may have eaten for decades, that are quietly stripping away collagen, the very glue that holds your body together. And here's why that matters. Collagen isn't just a word you see on fancy cream bottles. It's the cushion in your knees, the spring in your tendons, the lining in your blood vessels. It's what lets you bend, walk, and balance without pain. When collagen fades, stiffness sets in. Joints grind. Swelling creeps into your legs. And before you know it, the independence you've cherished starts slipping away. Now, you may have noticed it already. That ache when you climb the stairs. That puffiness around your ankles after sitting too long. Or the frustration of rolling over at night, searching for a comfortable position because your joints just won't stop throbbing. And here's the part that makes me want to lean in and almost whisper to you as a friend: this isn't just age. This isn't simply the way things go. No. Much of it comes down to what's been hiding in your meals. Let me give you a picture. Imagine your body as a house. For years, the walls stood strong, the beams supported you, and the roof held steady. But over time, cracks begin to appear. At first, tiny ones. You barely notice. But then, the cracks widen. The beams weaken. The roof starts to sag. And every storm feels heavier, more dangerous, because the foundation is crumbling. That's what happens when collagen breaks down inside you. Every step feels shakier. Every movement takes more out of you. And here's the kicker. While some of that is natural, many of the cracks in your house are being widened by foods you eat every single day without knowing. 8 foods. 8 common everyday foods. Some of them are sitting in your kitchen right now. They look innocent, even comforting. But in reality, they're like termites eating away at the beams of your house. Slowly, silently, until one day you realize the floor feels unstable under your feet. Now imagine this: every bite could be the difference between living strong in your 70s, 80s, and even 90s, or struggling to climb a flight of stairs, missing out on family walks, and sitting on the sidelines of life you once loved. That's what's on the line. And I get it. For decades, many of us were told the wrong things. We were told to eat low-fat foods that turned out to be loaded with sugar. We were told convenience was better than cooking from scratch. We were told that aches and pains were just part of getting older. But nobody told us that the very foods we trusted could be tearing down the framework inside our bodies. But today, I'm going to show you the truth. I'm going to walk you through 8 foods that speed up collagen loss, weaken your joints, and worsen swelling in your legs. And I'm going to do it in plain words, the way a good friend or a caring doctor should have told you years ago. But before I open that door, I have to ask you something important. If you're watching this and you haven't subscribed to Golden Era Senior Health yet, I wonder, are you really serious about protecting your independence? Because here's the thing. Every week, we bring you life-saving knowledge, for free. Knowledge that could mean the difference between walking confidently or depending on others. So if you won't take 3 seconds to hit that button, I have to ask, are you ready to face the regret later? Are you okay sitting in a chair, thinking back to this very moment, wishing you had acted sooner? If you are, fine. Don't subscribe. But I'd like you to explain it in the comments. Tell us why weakness is your choice. Because for the rest of us, strength, mobility, and independence are worth a single click. Alright. Now that we've cleared that up, let's get to the heart of the matter. The foods. Because listen, while some foods build you up, others tear you down. And when it comes to collagen, the wrong foods don't just slow you down, they accelerate the breakdown, almost doubling the speed at which you lose the very cushion that protects your joints. Over the next few minutes, I'm going to reveal each one of these 8 collagen destroyers. I'll explain why they're harmful, how they sneak into your meals, what damage they cause, and what you can eat instead. And trust me, by the time you hear food number 1, you'll start looking at your pantry with new eyes. So let's begin. Food number 1 might surprise you, because it's something so many seniors reach for every single morning, thinking it's giving them a quick start to the day. But in reality, it's one of the fastest ways to weaken your joints and swell your ankles. Let's pause for a moment before I name that first food. Because to really understand why these foods are so dangerous, you need to know what collagen actually is. Collagen is your body's scaffolding. Imagine it as the framework that holds everything steady, your joints, your cartilage, your muscles, even the very walls of your blood vessels. It's the cushion in your knees, the padding in your hips, the strength in your tendons. It's what allows your blood to circulate smoothly, what lets you bend, lift, balance, and recover after moving. But here's the painful truth: when collagen breaks down, life gets harder. Without it, the joints grind bone against bone. The knees swell. The ankles puff up. Your body feels stiff when you first get out of bed, and wounds take longer to heal. Even something as simple as climbing a few steps can leave you aching. You begin to feel older than your years, not because time itself is cruel, but because your scaffolding has weakened. And this is where most people get it wrong. They blame age. They shrug and say, well, I'm in my 70s, of course my knees hurt. But that's not the whole story. The real danger isn't simply aging, it's what's on your plate every single day. That's the hidden enemy. The foods that seem harmless but are eating away at you from the inside, much like termites silently chewing through the beams of your house. You don't see the destruction right away. At first, the structure still stands. But little by little, the damage builds until one day the floor gives way under your feet. And before I go on, let me ask you this. If you haven't yet subscribed to Golden Era Senior Health, are you really serious about protecting your independence? Or will you wait until the damage is done, until you're sitting in regret, wishing you had acted sooner? Don't let that be your story. Strength, freedom, and mobility are worth more than hesitation. Choose wisely. Now, let's talk about where the real danger lies. Because collagen destruction doesn't always come from the obvious. It's not just about failing to eat enough of the so-called good foods. The more urgent threat is hidden in plain sight, in the foods you already eat without a second thought. That's the frightening part. These aren't exotic ingredients or rare treats. No. These silent saboteurs are everyday foods. They sit in your kitchen cupboard. They wait in your refrigerator. They show up on your dinner plate. And here's the shocking part, one of them may even be in your hand right now, halfway finished, while you listen to my voice. These are the foods that pretend to nourish you but quietly tear away at your collagen. The foods that leave you aching, stiff, and swollen, while you wonder why your body feels heavier and slower year after year. And over the next few moments, I'm going to pull back the curtain on each one of them. By the end, you'll not only know what they are, you'll know how to stop them from stealing your strength. Because when it comes to collagen, ignorance is costly. Knowledge, on the other hand, can give you back control. So, let's begin. Alright, it's time. Let's walk through these 8 foods, one by one. Each of them is more common than you think, and each of them slowly tears away at your collagen, leaving your body weaker, stiffer, and more swollen than it should be. I'll show you what they are, why they're harmful, where they hide in your daily life, what damage they cause over time, and finally, what you can choose instead, so your plate becomes a tool for strength instead of destruction. Food number 1, sugary breakfast cereals and pastries. Think about your mornings. Maybe you start your day with a bowl of cereal, a frosted donut, or a sweet muffin. It feels quick, it feels familiar, and it even tastes comforting. But here's the hidden truth: those sugars are one of collagen's worst enemies. Why it destroys collagen: sugar triggers a process called glycation. Imagine collagen fibers as soft, flexible ropes. When sugar attaches to those fibers, it stiffens them, almost like pouring glue over a rope until it hardens and cracks. Your collagen loses its flexibility, and your joints lose their cushion. Everyday examples: that cinnamon roll at the cafe. That healthy cereal with more sugar than nutrients. The pastry you grab when you don't feel like cooking. They're all culprits. Cumulative effects: over time, this daily dose of sugar damage shows up as stiff knees, swollen ankles, and slower recovery after even light activity. The independence you once took for granted begins to fade. Safer swap: choose oatmeal topped with berries, or a slice of whole grain toast with avocado. You still get flavor, you still feel satisfied, but you protect the collagen your body desperately needs. Food number 2: soda and sugary drinks. Now let's talk about what's in your glass. That can of soda. That bottle of sweet tea. Even so-called energy drinks. They feel refreshing, but inside your body, they accelerate inflammation and collagen breakdown. Why it destroys collagen: these drinks flood your system with sugar and chemicals that create free radicals, unstable molecules that attack collagen like rust eating away at metal. Everyday examples: a cola with lunch. A sweetened iced tea in the afternoon. A fruit punch at a family gathering. Cumulative effects: the more you drink, the faster your collagen weakens. Your joints throb. Your legs swell after sitting. And circulation slows, making every step feel heavier. Safer swap: replace the soda with sparkling water and a squeeze of lemon, or brew herbal teas without added sugar. Hydration builds up collagen, sugar drinks tear it down. Food number 3: processed meats. Let's move to the plate again. Bacon, sausages, hot dogs, deli cuts. They smell tempting and taste satisfying, but the truth is, processed meats are loaded with sodium and preservatives that wreck your circulation and weaken collagen. Why it destroys collagen: the high salt content draws water into your tissues, causing swelling. The preservatives form compounds that damage collagen fibers directly. Everyday examples: breakfast bacon. Sandwiches with deli ham. Quick dinners with sausages. Cumulative effects: over time, you notice puffiness in your ankles, stiffness in your legs, and a growing dependence on sitting to rest the swelling away. Your body feels heavier, not stronger. Safer swap: choose grilled chicken, turkey, or salmon. Cook fresh meats instead of relying on processed shortcuts. Your joints will thank you. Food number 4: excess alcohol. For some, a glass of wine or a drink feels like a way to relax. But too much alcohol is a thief. It robs your body of vitamin C, the very nutrient your cells need to make collagen. Why it destroys collagen: without vitamin C, collagen synthesis grinds to a halt. Alcohol also dehydrates your tissues, making collagen more brittle. Everyday examples: a nightly cocktail. Several beers at social events. A few glasses of wine that become a habit. Cumulative effects: muscles recover more slowly, joints ache longer, and swelling lingers. Injuries that should heal in weeks drag on for months. Safer swap: if you drink, do so in moderation. Better yet, replace alcohol with sparkling water, fresh juice blends, or calming herbal teas. You'll protect the strength you still have. Food number 5: smoking and nicotine products. Now, this one may sting to hear. Smoking and nicotine products are devastating for collagen. Why it destroys collagen: the toxins in cigarette smoke attack blood vessels and destroy collagen fibers. It's like pouring acid onto the framework of your body. Everyday examples: cigarettes, cigars, even chewing tobacco. For some, it's a long-standing habit that feels hard to break. Cumulative effects: skin wrinkles faster, yes, but more importantly, the blood vessels in your legs weaken, leading to poor circulation, constant swelling, and a higher risk of injuries that refuse to heal. Safer swap: if you've ever thought about quitting, now is the time. Even cutting down helps your body rebuild collagen. Replace the habit with walking, chewing sugar-free gum, or joining support groups. Your body will start repairing itself almost immediately. Food number 6, deep-fried foods. That basket of fries. That crispy fried chicken. They taste indulgent, but deep frying creates compounds called advanced glycation end products, or AGEs. Why it destroys collagen: AGEs stiffen your collagen fibers, making them lose their spring. It's like taking a rubber band and baking it until it cracks. Everyday examples: French fries, fried chicken wings, even fried snacks at family gatherings. Cumulative effects: with every bite, your tendons lose elasticity. Your ligaments tighten. Small movements begin to hurt. The risk of sudden injuries from everyday tasks increases. Safer swap: bake, grill, or air fry your food. You still get flavor and texture, but you save your collagen from unnecessary damage. Food number 7, refined carbohydrates. Now let's talk about white bread, pasta, and pastries. They may feel harmless, but they act like sugar bombs in disguise. Why it destroys collagen: refined carbs spike your blood sugar quickly, triggering the same glycation process that hardens and damages collagen fibers. Everyday examples: sandwiches with white bread, pasta dinners without whole grains, sweet rolls and cakes at gatherings. Cumulative effects: over time, stiffness becomes your daily companion. Climbing stairs feels like lifting weights. Balance grows unsteady. Safer swap: choose whole grain bread, brown rice, or whole wheat pasta. These give you steady energy without destroying collagen. Food number 8, excess salt from packaged foods. Finally, let's expose one of the sneakiest culprits: salt hiding in packaged foods. Soups, canned goods, frozen meals. Why it destroys collagen: too much salt pulls water into your tissues, causing swelling in your legs. It also weakens blood vessel walls lined with collagen, making circulation sluggish. Everyday examples: instant noodles, canned soups, frozen dinners, salt-heavy snacks like chips. Cumulative effects: the ankles swell, the legs feel heavy, and walking becomes tiring far sooner than it should. Independence feels farther away. Safer swap: cook fresh meals with herbs and spices. Use lemon, garlic, or pepper to season instead of relying on salt. Your joints and circulation will improve. These 8 foods may look ordinary, but together they form a quiet attack on your collagen. Day by day, bite by bite, they weaken your scaffolding, leaving you with stiff joints, swollen legs, and fading independence. But the moment you know them, you can choose differently. The choice is yours: feed the problem, or feed your strength. Now that you know the 8 foods, let's go deeper. Because it's not enough to simply say these foods are bad. You deserve to understand why they tear down your collagen, and what's happening inside your body every time you take a bite. Collagen breakdown is a silent process. You can't see it with your eyes, but you feel it with every step, every ache, every restless night. Let's open the curtain on the science, in simple words. Imagine your collagen fibers as soft, flexible ropes holding your joints steady. When sugar enters your bloodstream in high amounts, it latches onto those ropes. Over time, it bakes them stiff, almost like pouring glue on a rope until it becomes brittle and cracks. This process is called glycation. And just like rust spreading on metal, it doesn't stop once it starts. Each pastry, each soda, each sugary snack, another layer of rust weakening your frame. Then there's oxidative stress. Picture tiny sparks flying around inside your body, created by unhealthy foods, fried oils, and processed meats. These sparks attack collagen like flames licking at wooden beams in a house. At first, just a scorch mark. But if the fire keeps burning, the beams snap. That's what happens to your tendons, your ligaments, your skin, and even the blood vessels in your legs. Now let's talk about vitamin C. Collagen cannot form without it. It's the spark plug that ignites the entire process. Without enough vitamin C, collagen production stalls. Alcohol, smoking, and certain processed foods rob your body of this vitamin. It's like trying to start a car with no ignition. The engine never turns over, and your body loses its ability to repair the cracks and tears that appear each day. Finally, salt. Too much sodium from packaged foods doesn't just raise blood pressure, it weakens collagen by swelling your tissues. Picture a sponge left in water too long. It becomes heavy, saggy, fragile. That's your ankles, your calves, your veins when sodium pulls water into places it doesn't belong. Instead of supporting your body, your collagen framework buckles under the extra weight. Now, here's why this matters most if you're over 60. Your body's repair systems aren't as fast as they once were. In your 30s and 40s, collagen damage could be patched overnight. In your 60s, the repair crews are smaller, slower, less efficient. What used to take hours now takes days. And if the damage piles up faster than you can repair it, stiffness and swelling win the race. It's not that your body doesn't want to heal. It's that every donut, every soda, every salty processed meal is throwing another crack in the foundation, while your repair team is already short-staffed. And if you're still listening without subscribing to Golden Era Senior Health, maybe you're okay with watching your joints crumble while others rebuild theirs. Maybe you're comfortable letting swelling steal your independence while others take back control. If that's the choice you're making, fine. But prove me wrong, subscribe now, or at least explain in the comments why weakness is your plan for the future. Now let's bring this closer to home. What do these processes look like in your daily life? They look like waking up in the morning with joints so stiff you have to sit on the edge of the bed and wait before standing. They look like ankles swelling after a simple trip to the store, forcing you to elevate your legs just to feel some relief. They look like struggling to rise from a chair without pushing on the armrests. They look like pausing halfway up the stairs, catching your breath, waiting for your knees to stop throbbing. They look like that little wobble in your balance that makes you reach for the railing, because deep down you fear a fall you might not recover from. And here's the part most people don't realize, it's not just age. It's not fate. It's not something you have to accept. Much of this comes from the very foods you thought were harmless. The cereal. The soda. The bread. The processed meats. Each bite is either feeding your collagen or feeding its destruction. And when you see your mornings stiff, your evenings swollen, and your confidence shaken, remember, it's not simply time wearing you down. It's choices you didn't know were choices. Until now. Now here's the good news. You are not powerless. Every single one of the 8 foods I just revealed has a safer, collagen-friendly alternative. That means you don't have to give up flavor, comfort, or satisfaction, you only have to make small, smart swaps that protect your strength instead of stealing it. Take that sugary breakfast cereal. You don't need it. Instead, choose a warm bowl of oats topped with berries. You'll still enjoy sweetness, but this time it comes with antioxidants that protect your collagen, not destroy it. Trade that can of soda for a glass of sparkling water with lemon, or a calming cup of herbal tea. Your body will hydrate, your circulation will thank you, and you'll no longer be pouring rust onto your collagen fibers. That plate of bacon or sausage? Replace it with grilled chicken, turkey, or even salmon with the skin left on. Instead of preservatives and sodium tearing down your joints, you'll be feeding your body protein and natural collagen. And that soft white bread? Switch it for whole grain bread. The difference may seem small, but whole grains steady your blood sugar and stop the glycation that makes your collagen stiff and brittle. These swaps are simple. They don't require expensive supplements or complicated recipes. They're everyday changes you can make starting tomorrow. And each one builds collagen instead of breaking it. But here's the reality, some of you will hear this and still go back to donuts and soda tomorrow. If that's you, don't bother subscribing. Truly. Because you've chosen weakness. But if you're the kind of person who wants to walk tall in your 70s, 80s, even 90s, then hit subscribe right now. Show yourself, and show us, that you value independence. Let me give you a story. A woman in her late 60s, swollen knees, walking with a cane. Every afternoon, she drank sweet tea, ate pastries, and leaned on processed meats for quick meals. She thought her pain was just age. But when she swapped her breakfast pastries for oats, her soda for lemon water, and her bacon for grilled chicken, something changed. Within weeks, the swelling in her legs eased. She could walk farther. She put the cane aside. The foods weren't magic, they simply stopped tearing down her collagen, allowing her body to repair. And this isn't just anecdotal. Science backs it up. Studies show sugar damages collagen through glycation, stiffening the very fibers that keep you flexible. Research confirms smoking weakens circulation and accelerates collagen breakdown. Clinical data proves that seniors who reduce processed foods and eat more collagen-supporting nutrients experience less swelling and greater mobility. This is not theory. It's evidence. And it's available to you. But here's where many seniors go wrong. They skip protein-heavy meals, reaching instead for coffee and toast in the morning. Without protein, your body has no building blocks for collagen repair. They underhydrate, going most of the day with just a single glass of water. Collagen cannot function without water, it dries out like a sponge left in the sun. They lean on processed foods for convenience, thinking it saves time. But in reality, every bite chips away at collagen and makes swelling worse. And one of the most overlooked mistakes. Failing to pair collagen-building foods with vitamin C. You can eat chicken skin or drink bone broth all day, but without vitamin C, your body can't use it. It's like having bricks with no mortar. If you've watched this far and still haven't subscribed to Golden Era Senior Health, maybe you don't value your independence. Maybe you're fine watching others walk strong while you sit out. But here's the truth, those who do subscribe, who do take action, will thank themselves later. And they'll thank us in the comments, while you're left explaining why you chose weakness instead of wisdom. Let's put this into practice. Imagine one day on your plate. Breakfast, oats with a handful of blueberries, scrambled eggs with spinach, and a glass of water with lemon. That's collagen protecting, antioxidant rich, and energizing. Lunch, a warm bowl of homemade broth-based soup, loaded with vegetables and garlic. Comforting, soothing, and protective for your joints. Dinner, grilled salmon with the skin on, roasted sweet potato, and leafy greens drizzled with lemon juice. That's protein, collagen, and circulation support all in one plate. Snacks. A handful of berries or a small bowl of Greek yogurt. Nourishment that repairs instead of tears down. And here's your weekly challenge, swap 2 destroyers for 2 healers. Trade soda for lemon water. Trade white bread for whole grain. Track your swelling, track your stiffness, track your strength. Watch how small shifts add up. And then share your progress in the comments, because your story might inspire someone else to take their first step. Now let me leave you with this. Every bite you take either repairs or destroys your foundation. Imagine your legs as the base of your house. Do you want those beams reinforced every day? Or do you want termites gnawing at them until the structure collapses? This is bigger than avoiding pain. This is about independence. About whether you walk freely, carry your groceries, climb stairs, or whether you watch life pass by from the sidelines. So I ask you, which of the 8 collagen destroyers will you cut out first this week? Will it be the soda? The pastries? The processed meats? Tell me in the comments. I want to hear your decision. This is Golden Era Senior Health. If you choose not to subscribe, fine. But explain it in the comments. Explain why staying weak, stiff, and swollen is your plan for the future. For the rest of us, subscribe, hit the bell, and let's walk into our golden years strong, steady, and independent.